Welcome back guys into another daily recap. Today is the 23rd of November and we're going to do our usual daily recap slash price action analysis on gold and Bitcoin as always. Okay, so let's start on gold. So as you can see, this is not even from the morning, this is from yesterday. But as you can see, starting from the morning analysis, I was looking for 1812.5, 1803, 1795 as price sensitivity areas. Of course, we have to take into consideration the very strong bearish sentiment that is currently after this yesterday Powell was confirmed as a head of the as a chair of the Fed from Biden, and yes, 1845, yeah, it was yesterday, and we saw this huge 350 pips move and overall bearish, very bearish sentiment. So as you can see, I'm looking forward to these price actions as a scalper. I'm not going to say buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here, because it's something that I was doing and I don't think it fits my style anymore as a scalping bias. Because if I'm here, let me use this tool. Okay, so here, this one. So if I see the price coming in and I have a break and retest, I'm looking for sells because we are in a trend. But if I see that price is doing like this, then I'm probably looking for buys. So at this same level, or maybe if I see this, I see the price is breaking and retesting those previous highs, as we always see during the daily recaps, the same setups, same biases, then I will probably look for buys at the candle setup here. And this is something that we're going to see now, because the only market that I saw today was right at the morning session. After morning session, then I didn't look at the price anymore. So let's jump into it. Let's see how the price move on gold. So of course we're going to skip all the Asian session. Actually, not even the Asian, the start of the day. This is midnight. What we can identify is a bullish trend. We have this PSA. This one is already there. And this one. So let's see how the price is reacting. So far it's staying above the PSA, making new low, but creating a flat candle body support at that level. We are coming towards the Asian opening with more volume. This is a possible counter trend trade that we can take. Okay, from here it's a very high risk. I mean, as you can see, it's the first pin bar after a bearish move. Okay, it goes back to 17 pips and bounces here. So what I will do is take partials here and let the rest run at break even, as you can see, because we are counter trend trading. So this one I will say partials and then rest at break even. Of course, not going to take a loss, but look what happens here, another rejection of the level. I'm not going to buy and sell into the range as well. There's no candle setup, so for me to now take there's no this same pin bar. For me to take sells, I will see clear, much more clear breaks, retesting, and then continuation down from this level. Sorry. From this level. But let's see what happens. As you can see, okay, strong move. This is Asian 2 a.m. is Asian opening, so there's a high volume volatility coming in. Still, for now, failing to break above. Now we're starting to see a shift. Okay, let's see. We have a break and retest. We might take advantage of it. Let's see if we go like this. Okay, not yeah, this is risky. We are coming like 2 pips from the stop loss, but we are not closing below those previous lows, so I'm not going to take anything out of it. And we get to the 12.5. I would say here you have to take partials, and because it's a very important level, so as a scalper, I think that almost 20 pips, you can take the partials and let the rest run at break even. I'm not sure if it's going to go to break even or not. This is appearing as a strong rejection. I'm not going to take a sell because it's a nice nice pin bar, but we're a little bit too far from the PPL and we're already in this buy scalp, so I'm not really concerned on looking for sells now. I would love to see further confirmation below here. Of course, this one never happened. Okay. First reaction here. Okay, so of course in insight this was really good. There was no candle setup here, so what I'm looking is at this level. I want to see if now we are going into continuation with sells below here. Very strong. I mean, where do you enter here? I don't know. And I mean, unless you enter live, but it's like 10 pips, so not worth it. And remember that we have these previous highs. So this candle is not a setup. Okay, what I want to see the price coming down a little bit in order to give me some further entry. This is a nice something that we have seen multiple times. We can identify that we are in a bearish trend. How you say, in the short term. So we might, let's see if we have enough range. If we enter here, yeah, 30 pips will be to revisit those previous lows. It's a very high risk, so I would be very cautious at here at 13 pips. If I see rejection, I will put the stops immediately at break even. Probably not taking partials, but of course, if price goes here, I will not let it pull back all the way to my stop loss. Yes, so probably I would have got, since we never reached here, I'm not sure if I would have got out here because I've seen many times, yes, then and then melting down. I would probably got out for a small loss when I see the price, the candle closing above this PSA. So prefer to get out at 5 pips loss rather than taking the full 10 pips loss. Because yes, you can say, yeah, but if it goes back down, yeah, but if it closes above and then it wants to go back down, I think that 90% of the time it will make another candle setup for me to enter. So let's say you enter here because you have the break of the level. So you have the break of this PSA, you enter here. Now this candle is much weaker than this one, but let's say that it closed strong like that one. What I would let me use this. So okay, if this candle closed like here, I would have got out, because if then price goes back down, it gives me plenty of opportunities to re-enter. maybe I will not even look for the exact same kind of setup to enter, but I will be enough to see price closing again up below my PSA. But I mean, if the candle close here bullish like this, for me there's no reason to exit, to take risk the full stop loss, which might be like a wick and then going down. So like this one could have been a wick and then closing bearish. So for me there's no reason to risk the full loss in this case when the price is actually moving down, moving up like this. Okay, let's see if we have a candle setup for sells. Okay, now as you can see we don't have much of the candle setup yet, I think. So what I could do is either risk it with like a sell limit here or enter directly here. Let's see what is the range, like this. If I enter 10 pips here, I think I like it, because also I don't know if we ever going to have, probably yes, like it is 4 pips a week. So let's see, it's a very high risk. Let's see if this is good idea or not. Okay, yeah, it was indeed already 16 pips, first rejection. This candle is closing, still closing above. It's up to you to consider taking partials, or for sure after 20 pips you never get the full stop loss. So it's up to you to manage the trade. For me it's good to go. I'm seeing too many closures, so I would probably take partials here, because I've seen price attempting again to go in my direction, but what I've seen is that has failed. Look at this double bottom at this predefined PSA. So I would probably take partials and let the rest run risk free. Okay, as you can see, it's not the price action that you want, so there's no reason to stay there. So this is still a one-to-one trade, and you probably get out at break even over there. Okay, so we are coming into, let's say we are got out here. Okay, so we are coming into a sort of less volume time. We're still in a very bearish overall bias. Okay, let's see where the price goes. This might be a nice candle setup. Only thing that I don't like is the volume that is coming from these candles, but it's a nice candle setup in a bearish bias. So remember that we have possibly 30 pips is a lot. Let's see. So far, good confirmations. If I see price failing to make decisive closures, I might decide to get out. Probably I would get out here, or to follow my risk setup, I will get out when I see price closures above this level. So as you can see, I will probably get out here, 3-4 pips. It's not the best, but let's see if my theory of having another setup holds. Okay. Okay, let's see if this setup was good. Still well above. No, I don't like the price action. The price action is very No, it's too messy. Get out here, get 5 pips, and stay away from until you have further confirmation of price trending, especially below this PSA here. This was actually not a good entry against this PSA, but the price is still what's the word, pressing against it. So let's see now the reaction over here. Okay, pin bar. How can you enter so quickly? I think it's impossible. And that's okay. Price is ranging. There's some more volume, but price is in this close range. This one. Okay, so you have nice closures below. Now there's much more volume for sure. Look at the size of the candles. So let's see if it was a nice entry. I mean, yeah, you have plenty of range to get out early. Okay, this is a much nicer entry in hindsight, of course. Break and retest of the level, and now we are like 13 pips. The range is very small, but this is another kind of confirmation, which is for me pretty good, as you can see. Okay, 14 pips. Of course, now we're getting out at break even, not even for a loss, but I don't like the price action, how it's bouncing, on what level. Around here there's a messy PSA. Okay, but as you can see, we never got back to break even, and this is a nice win. Okay, and we're getting to the PSA of the morning. As you can see, this was the PSA done around this time, but as you can see, there were no buys unless you got a buy limit over there. What I was looking for was here a reaction over there. Now this is the first sign of bias, bullish bias, and I wanted to see a retest of this level. No, the first step not good for the entry in sells, which was the main trend, but was not enough confirmation. This was the candle that I was looking for buys here, especially if it was like this. Look at this candle. You have the first confirmation of the first indication of buys of bullish strong bias at your price sensitivity area, breaking above those previous lows, breaking and retesting, as you can see with this candle, this previous PSA, and lower wick, and then going bullish. Okay, first risk, but as you can see, price goes to your TP. Not immediately, but it goes to your TP with a further confirmation. Okay, now the price action is nice. What I would love to see is okay, not this candle close, a nicer candle close, and it's still very high. It's already 15 pips from the PSA. So I got either a nicer retest, but this is too strong for buys again. So I overall see there was this rejection where in a very overall bias, because this 1812.5 was a nice PSA, but of course I wasn't looking at this PSA because I did my analysis. I run here, and is the first sign of a rejection. If I see a break and retest of these same PSAs, if I see bears, sellers in control more than buyers, I will probably take sells again as a scalper. So I want to see the next reaction, either here or the continuation of this line over there. Okay, so this one was a nice one. As you can see, candle close, lower wick, top wick, and then closing very bearish, not real entry, no real set break and retest. So I will look for retest of this level over here. Oh, actually went up there. Let's see if we have a candle setup. This is a very high risk, high reward entry. Let's take it. Let's see if we have, because it's in continuation, we have a closures below those previous lows and below the PSA. Okay, actually was not good. We got stopped out in 3 minutes, and this is pre-London, right? Yes. 3 minutes we get stopped out, but as you can see, the main bias is still active, and there was no time to exit. I mean, probably yes, to exit with this candle, 5 pips closing above, but anyway, whatever it is. Okay, we still have bearish bias overall. Okay, let's see, a nice candle. This one is closing below. We are in a bearish. Let's see if there was an entry. We are 5 minutes before London open. Yeah, 7 minutes before London open. And as you can see, it was not a right entry. 1 minute taking out 10 pips. Still giving you a pin bar. Do I want to see this entry? See, with this candle close, you get out almost break even, and it's good to go. It's too messy as a price action to get in randomly. Yes, same setup at the PSA. Not really fancying it. If it was like this, then yes, I would have entered. Anyway, let's see if below here we have any confirmation. This one might be a confirmation. So this one was out there. So we have loss. This one is a loss. So how many do we have? 2. Okay. And this one is a small loss. Okay, let's see this one how it goes. Still main bias. Would have probably got out here with the Candle closing. Oh no, this is, yeah, no, this is not even, okay, yeah. So entering here, we've already taken the 10 pips loss. Yeah, not really nice price action, not a clean price action. And after that, yes, another rejection, and then going. So unless you really take every single entry, it was really, really hard. Now this one goes to profit. Now you have this entry, further entry. So this one is theoretically a win. And as well as this one. So you have 30 pips, 60 pips, minus 10, minus 10, minus 1, 3, minus 10. So you have 30, 60, minus 30, 35. So it's still 25 pips in profit overall. So it's not bad. And you have this pin bar closing below. Let's see. Now we are still 1803. It's a very strong PSA. Yeah, this one is a much nicer candle. Closing above my PSA, I don't really fancy. And I will probably get stopped out. Yeah, 2 pips. Yeah, probably would be stopped out over there. If it was not the case, if it was the case, there's still this entry in the same bias. That goes to profit. So this one is either win or spread L. This one was definitely a win, as you can see, the re-entry. Okay, now we are first reacting at this strong PSA, which we know 1800 being a strong PSA, so no entry over there. If we see some reaction again at 1803, I will possibly take and sell. No real candle setup. So the price has stayed below, but no real candle setup. Yeah, this price was not reached in a long time, so there's no point looking on the left. Only thing that you can think about is this one, or saying, okay, yeah, we're closing below those previous lows for a possible entry over there, like this. But look, yeah, the spread, the candles are very big. So now we are reaching the other next PSA, 1795. Which is one more. Okay. Let's see if we have a break and a retest for possible entries. Okay, the retest, it's higher than expected. We're reacting at this PSA. I think it's too high as a price to enter with 10 pips. Yes, I mean, with 4 pips is still good to go. Yeah, it gets stopped out over there. Out, but this is still another nice rejection. It's a double top. I don't like this flexion, but let's see if we re-enter again over here. Ah, no, it's too small, 10 pips. Would have worked out possibly. 20 pips. No, I don't like this entry. And we are sort of in a range. Look at the candle, how they became really, really small. Okay, this is a much nicer. Okay, you have these 1, 2, 3, 4, you can say 5 previous lower highs, and you have the candle setup. So this is a possible entry, especially here with this 10 pips is a nice range. Let's see if we reach, let's see the reaction at 17.95. Not the best, probably stops at break even. Yeah, I don't really like it, but it is reacting over there. So as you can see, if you missed this entry, you have this possible entry over there. Not liking the price action at all. It's also at break even, remember. Okay, and you probably got out here at 89, 29 pips you get out. So you have a loss. And you have a win, which is good because we are winning 3-1 compared to what we lose. And again, we have the PSA. Break and retest. Okay, this is a nice candle. What time is it? Still pre-New York. And okay, just give me a second. Okie dokie. So this is closing. We're closing below the key level. So let's see. We're still with the main bias. Okay. So remember, this line is just my pre-planned analysis. It's not a line. Of course, we can't forget about this PSA, which is also this one, but we have plenty of range if we react over there. Exactly. So if doing live, you see this reaction, you're not always going to break even. Not taking partials, but at least to break even. There's no reason to risk the full stop loss. So, and I just said, I just said it. So break even. Like this, like this. And okay, now New York is still an hour ahead. Let's see if we have the reaction and at another level. Okay, what do I like about it? It's the same. The only thing is that look where it is coming from. It's not coming from like bearish retest and entry. It's coming from bullish retest. I would like to have more confirmation before entering again sells. I would prefer to enter at the key level. We prefer to give up these 7 pips for a safer entry. As you can see, we can also consider buys here, actually. Double bottom, confirmation, break and retest, and entering buys. But it's probably going a loss because it's a counter trend, and I'm not very good at counter trend trades. So I will probably not even, I shouldn't take them. Yeah, I shouldn't take, so I say that I don't enter. Okay, as you can see, when you're counter trend, the price action is often very messy. It's not as clean as when you're in trend, and you find yourself in bad situations. So that's why I prefer in trend. We reacted here, so I want to see still as well as here. Close here, retest of the key level. Okay, so we're coming towards New York Open. Very, very volatile PSA. Not really a pin bar, in my opinion. Let's see the very next candle. Not at the key level. If it was with a nice wick and a nice closer here, I would have entered. Okay, 3 minutes before New York Open. This is a very tricky situation, honestly. Let me think about it. Yeah, honestly, I don't have to think about it. If I think about it, it's a bad thing. So of course, I take sells. There you go. It's too high risk, I want. That's why I should put like 10 pips. I'm very, very cautious. Okay. In this case, I'm obviously putting the stops at break even or 5 pips maximum. But as you can see, I get to take profit. And this is at New York Open. So it's something that I managed to see with live price action, that the price is not, it's not always have to wait for the New York Open in order to enter. Okay, let's see now the very next candles. Let's see if we have closures below the next key level. Okay, very volatile. Let's see if we have a pin bar somewhere else. No, very strong. Retest. Nope. 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 Okay. Wow, that was a 30 pips. I can remember that we are already out from here. But this is a nice rejection. I must say that if I was live, no, that was too fast. Being that cocky to put a sell limit at this level. No, I don't see it. Sorry. Okay. Very next candle. And this one, what is it, like 20 pips? 15? I can do it for 15. So like this. Okay. Very nice. 30 pips. Yes. So partials taken and the rest running at break even. Let's see. As you can see, it's a full win below 1789. This PSA, you know that I don't like it. We want another entry. So this one is good. It's done. Let's see. Of course, 15 pips would mean that if it is a high risk, I would probably risk less. I don't know. It's very high risk. I don't know why. Okay, confirmation. Let's see, because I fear that just one big candle will stop me out. As you can see here, this candle will have stopped me out in 1 minute. So L, and then goes bullish. Oh, actually, would have been a nice 30 pips, I would say. Yes, we got stopped out for like 1 pip, so it is what it is. Nice candle here, still same level though. I can't give you 10 pips, or maybe I can, because I don't want price to get there anymore. Yes, no, this is not a trade, it's a gamble. Okay, do you want to see some buys? We consider this, of course, here. Do you have a break and retest of the level? Yes, nope. This one, but if it closed over here, slightly above, I would have entered, but nope. Still reacting over here, so this is a possible re-entry. 10 pips is, no, I do in New York. We are 10 minutes from New York Stock Exchange. Let's see if we have the right volume, it might be good. What do I have to do? Okay, like this. No, it's too much. Okay, getting probably at break even. This is New York Stock Exchange opening, so you're running break even 80% and running at break even, so no worries about anything, and you get stopped out at break even over there. Nice pin bar, but is a little bit riskier, I guess. But 10 pips, same position size, might be good. Is it good even like this? Probably. Yeah, not liking it. Oof, oof, oof. And yes, we got to our take profit, or unless for sure we closed it over there. This is like less than 1 pip, so it's a nice counter trend trade at the PSA with the price action. As you can see, we are making higher highs, so I will buy. Of course, now we go back here. I don't know if I will sell again, but let's see if we have some buyers momentum again. The confirmation, let's see below the key level. Yeah, we're not getting below the key level. Yes, we are. Some compression and contraction. This is a nice pin bar. The only thing is that we are selling against this strong resistance. 30 pips is very small, so we might do it. Okay, we probably, no, this is a nice candle. Yes, probably get out here, because now this is 25 pips, so you only get out here or when you see price closing at 14 pips, so there's no reason to risk it. Or you take partials and go to break even. Let's see the very next candles. Yeah, you got out at break even. Further entry possible. So this is a partial. You can say this is a partials or break even. If we didn't take partials, further confirmation of sells over here. Nice, because it's very close to the key level, so it's nice entry. And okay, same ideas, same exact reaction, so same partials. You don't get fooled, but look, it's a nice candle. This one might go, yeah, at least to TP. Very nice. Before reacting, this is a very high risk buys as well. Very high risk. Not going to take it right now. If we have further confirmation, we might be. I don't know. I like it. Let's see if I did enter, maybe with a minor lot size. What happened? Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's seller pressures bouncing. No, I think it's one candle to stop me out. Or yeah, this is not. Probably get out here. Oh, this is 20 pips, so you probably get out over there at partials or break even. The same. Okay, this is a nice candle entry over there. Stock below the PSA, below those, all those candle bodies. Is already London close. 10 pips. Okay, not liking this price action, so you probably take 17 pips partials and the rest break even. Yes, and you get out at break even. Partials. Okay, and this is a nice pin bar, I gotta say. Let's see if I want to enter again. Very small. Probably with one candle you got out. Okay. Yeah. Not really liking it. Not looking nice. As you can see. I don't know if I will go out at break even or like a minor loss. I think that after all these wins, like a 5 pips loss would be fine. But there's no difference between 5 and 10 with these volumes. And as you can see, you already got out here. Whatever happens. Here, the same PSA, 25 pips is absolutely fine for me. 25 pips and get out. Okay, so now it's becoming too late, so it's good to let it run. Okay, just wanted to show you how after this one, how price reacted exactly on the dot at our PSA, those previous lows, with a nice 1 minute candle setup. Very, very high risk, of course. 10 pips over there, of course. 3 minutes is a good entry, but I mean, it's very high risk unless you really are focusing. If you want to enter here, how much do you have to give him? Yeah, 10 pips. I mean, it's a nice setup.